All right, let's talk about this Robbins trading competition. All right, so there are so many places I could start with this. There's a lot of details. I mean, it's almost overwhelming in my mind. I've been trying to think about how I'm going to organize this to you, and there are many places to start with this. I could talk about, the Robbins itself. I could go all the way back to 1987, how the NFA literally sued the Robbins Cup and Larry Williams because they were working together in this collusionary endeavor to put things out there to advertise for themselves, to bring in money. I could talk about how the Robbins Cup makes money through World Trade Advisors. I don't even know. There's so many places to start. So just please hang with me here. I think what I'm going to start with, though, is people keep asking me, Vinny, why are you not wanting to go into the Robbins against ICT, particularly in that? Now, mind you, you have to understand, I have won 4 trading competitions. And again, we went out through that in our last results video. So go watch the results video. That's an hour and a half long of all that. I go into detail on those competitions, but I am very familiar with competitions, right? And those competitions going one-on-one with somebody else. The whole point is this. What's the point of the competition to begin with when you're going against an individual, like with ICT? The point is this. ICT claims all the time, he's just a mouth, always talking about how he is the best. No one can step to him. I'm the best. He has a mental delusion of grandeur, and he is a fraudulent con artist. We have extensively shown that. You guys can go watch videos on all the lies and how everything he said about himself is a lie. However, he always uses this Robbins competition as his defense mechanism, which is interesting. He's used it for so long, he has literally blown out accounts, and I think I'm gonna start with that here in just a moment. I've got the clip queued up right to seek out whether ICT had done well in the Robbins or not, and there was alleged that he had blown his accounts, and I just wanted to know the truth, and that's what we're getting at. What is the truth? Joe Robbins, you're going to hear it from his mouth, because I've said it 100 times, you guys, that he's blown his accounts all those years in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Those are 4 years that we have recorded where ICT has entered into the Robbins and come away with nothing. Now, a guy who talks about the Robbins all the time, shouldn't he be able to go out there and get on the leaderboard at least? Not one screenshot of him ever having been on the leaderboard. He's never been on the leaderboard, and yet he talks about it all the time. He will tell people to get into this competition. I'm going to talk to you guys about why he uses this competition and tells you to get up on the leaderboard and all of the mess that goes on with that. A normal competition should be simply this. 2 traders with strategies, and it doesn't have to be a single strategy. What win in a competition? What people want to see is ICT's claims that he is so precise and that he's made hundreds of millions of dollars as a trader and that he's run funds and all of the lies that he's said. Go into a competition and show it. Now, he has already tried to do this multiple times, and it's hard for people to understand when they're looking at today and they don't know the history. They just kind of override it and they miss it. But he absolutely has blown his accounts in the past. Why I'm not interested in getting into this competition, I'm going to explain that in detail. And again, there are very reasonable reasons. It is a waste of time. Just because you're trying to prove a skill for an entire year, a year's worth. This is the problem with this competition too, and why ICT wants to put you into this. It's like, I'll drag you through the longest, most notorious craziness of all time, and he knows that nobody's dumb enough to go out there and do it. That's why he keeps talking about it. And the only people who are dumb enough to keep promoting it and telling people to do it are ICT students, who are literally the dumbest people on earth. If you guys notice, like mental issue type style people that are out there as a cult surrounding this individual, it is literally a cult-like atmosphere, and they keep talking about, well, one day I'm going to be and I'm getting better at, and there's always these future statements that these individuals make. It's never like, I'm a successful trader and I've been using it for X period of time and here's my track record. There's nothing like that that's ever presented from any of his students that claim that they are successful. It's always them selling something, repackaging other signals, etc. It's never just a, hey, normal person, hey, by the way, well, I mean, you may say, Vinny, that the concepts don't work, but here, can I show you my track record? And again, don't give me this track record of 2 months, 1 month, 3 months. Oh, I passed a FTMO challenge funding. Again, real account. Have you got a 6 month? Send me someone with a 6 month track record and we'll give some respect. Have a conversation around it. Let's see it, right? Okay, so I've ranted on and on about this thing. Let's talk about the reasons, and let's go with the clips of Joel Robbins right now. Here we go. All right, so I have this clip queued up here, right here, with Joel talking about, he just went straight to the chase at this spot in this video. Again, I've got hours long conversations with Joel, and I'm going to show you guys some in-depth, lengthy stuff where he's talking about the team trading and allowing me to trade multiple accounts in the Robbins, as I've already stated. But I'm going to show you guys the facts first. I'm just going to like lay them out for you, and then I'm going to show the backup of Joel Robbins confirming these things and on their website where the team trading stuff is allowed in the fine print. Let's do some of that right now. All right, so to speed things along, I kind of made a little list over here that we're going to go down, and we're going to start up here with the team trading allowed. But let me give a brief, again, I know I touched briefly on the fact that I'm very experienced in trading competitions. I've won 4 trading competitions. I would like to direct you to one of my videos if you would like to go and see the history and understand all of the various competitions. I'm not going to go through a whole lot of that here today, but if you would like, again, spent an hour and 25 minutes going through the full history of multiple competitions, how I have done competitions in the past where it is fully verified, where you can actually see a P&L equity curve, like actually on a chart. This is what normal people want to see. ICT is always showing individual items and, you know, cherry-picked results and stuff, not a history over time. We use specifically C2, if you guys are familiar with the Collective 2 system. I've done those twice with those, with Ross Cameron, fully live streamed every single day of that trading competition, etc. Again, as long as there's a fully verified way to do these things and not like this trading competition with the Robbins that can be faked and manufactured. You don't have to show results along the way. There's no P&L curves and graphs. You know, the website I'm going to show you guys here in just a moment, you know, it's a little antiquated. And again, look, I don't care how businesses run their stuff, okay? Robbins is what Robbins is. I actually think Joel Robbins is very nice. Honestly, feel bad about some of the conversation I'm going to be sharing with you guys today because, you know, I had a good relationship with Joel Robbins just speaking with the man, and you guys will be able to see this. I'll put it in separate videos of more of the phone call conversations, but today I'm going to play pieces of it. And I know this, you know, look, Joel's probably going to listen to this later, and Joel, like, I realize this feels like you're getting thrown under the bus, but honestly, what I hope to do here with this is that maybe you guys will shore up the borders on this stuff. I'm going to expose the problems with the Robbins Cup, and maybe you guys will fix it. This is not me here to just badmouth you, okay? But there are major problems that I see with the Robbins Cup, in my opinion, okay? You know, fix it or don't. At least people need to know the truth about it, and if people are going to be following someone, that they need to know the legitimacy of it and, you know, some questions to ask. All right, with that being said, let's get into it here. Team trading. What's up with team trading? Okay, I'm going to show you guys from their website. Let's actually start there with the website and show what they say about team trading on their website. Hold on. All right, so about an hour ago, I posted this to my community page before I started doing this video. And again, here's said, you wonder why ICT wants to do the Robbins trading competition. It's the only scam competition in the world that allows this kind of garbage. Now, again, I know I'm using pretty, you know, exciting language here, like garbage. Again, to the Robbins people who are listening to this, my question is, hey, you know, can you at least shore up the borders for us? Let us know that people aren't doing what I'm about to show you, or, you know, give us some legitimacy around some of these things. Or, I mean, I don't know, if you're just mad at me, I totally get it. You know, it's unfortunate, but, you know, I'm doing what I hope is a good service to the community and getting the truth out there for people who want to know the truth. All right, that's my goal here. All right, so this is straight from the Robbins website. Rules allow you to trade multiple accounts, and they will only show the best performance account. This is semi-cut off of this picture. It can blow out, but do show. Okay, so here's what it says on. Oh, come on. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm not sure why the YouTube thing cuts that off, but here it is. Okay, so strategy and intraday may open more than one account at the beginning of the championship or at any time during the championship period. Okay, well, this is another one. We'll come back to this whole any time to join thing, which is where I think it's funny. ICT going over there and talking to, I remember his rant on Ty Zillionaire. He's like, come on, man, where you at? Where you at? Join the Robbins in July. A competition that starts in January. Why are you telling someone to jump into it in July? Oh, because this is one of the, again, I think this is a scam competition. You can just join into it anytime you want. You can like blow out your first account in January, come back in, you know, months later and keep going at it. Like this thing, you could technically, if you spent a year going after this thing, anyone could win this, anyone, because you can also open multiple accounts. So you can trade any correlated market, both directions. ES long, NQ short, vice versa. There are, and you could do multiples of these. You could do RTY, you could do the Dow, you could do any combination of these long shorts, okay, and win. And I'm going to show you guys how Larry Williams did this. Well, Wait, what? The Larry Williams 11,000% could possibly not be legit? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Okay, I got some questions. You guys are going to hear it from Joel Robbins himself, and I'm going to show you guys the documentation around the NFA having sued the Robbins and Larry Williams in 1988-89, and we'll go through all that. Here we go. Each account must be separately funded, okay, and margined, okay. The same account application may be used to establish multiple accounts. Okay, so basically you can send them one check, and you're going to hear Joel Robbins verify this on the phone call with me. Choose to establish multiple accounts at an authorized broker. Only the best performing account will be used for ranking purposes, and they will not report on the others. Folks, this, again, this is not a legitimate competition. I do not know. Well, I don't want to say I don't know why he's saying this. I do know why he's saying this. I know why ICT wants to do this. I know why people who want to go after the Robbins and are so pushy about it. It's because they know that they can get on the leaderboard and then make a name for themselves. That's the whole point of talking about this whole Robbins thing. It's how Larry Williams is out there still to this day running his bullshit. Okay. Okay, so let's carry to the next part. Okay, so for the slow ICT people, because again, sometimes you got to repeat things for them. They're used to ICT talking like this and super slow, so you know they got to slow things down for the ICT students. So let me reiterate real quick on a summary. Team trading. Why is this a problem? Correlated markets. Now you're going to hear Joel Robbins say, "I cannot run just the ES long short." Okay, I can't go long in the ES and short in the ES. Sure, he says that. Okay, so you might be like, well, see, Vinny, you can't do that. He literally said you can't do that. Yes, but again, ICT students, maybe you don't know about correlated markets. Hopefully ICT talks something about this. In fact, I know he does because I've listened to his stuff. ES, again, this is the most dangerous part about ICT specifically, is that he mixes truth with fiction, like very strong truth with fiction. Okay, RTY, Dow, and NQ. These four are the ones that, again, there are more correlated. You can do EMD. Nobody even talks about EMD, but that's the mid caps. There are others, but these are all correlated. So if basically the majority of these are all kind of going up, all kind of going down. Now, again, there's some mix between those, which is where, you know, there are arbitrage strategies out there where if some of these get out of whack, you can go short on one, long on the other. These are, you know, common strategies because this is when you don't have a very good strategy or you've got multiple accounts, you can do things like this, but it doesn't show true skill set. It does not show true if you're trying to say, hey, well, what's a better strategy? And it's not even for us. Like, we don't trade a single strategy. In AlgoBox, it is a set of strategies. That way, in any market conditions, we can execute on our entries in that type of market condition, and we have order of operations how we choose that via AlgoBox. And again, the whole point of doing a competition, folks, is not to say, am I better than ICT? Is ICT better than me? It's our strategy and our methodology and our approach to the markets, which is better. And ICT's literally has no verified results whatsoever. Zero, folks. And again, if you want to prove me wrong, I am asking one person who isn't going to speak all crazy and crow and whatnot. Just be like, hey, Vinny, I have a track record. I'd like to show it to you. You know, can I show you? Again, show it to me. Greater than 6 months. Show me something. It would be great if you had a 1 year, really. But I mean, I know I'm asking a lot to ask somebody for even a single year. I've got a 1.5 year fully third-party verified thing. The only reason I stopped in that was because my father went into the hospital. I had to travel down to Houston. A lot of things with family events that had occurred, or I would have kept on going with my old Forex record. Okay, and we've got that all verified. Go check in. I'm referencing back to that video from before on that. Go watch that results video, the hour and a half. It's fully explained, all in there. But these four markets, these are very common. These have very low spread between bid ask almost all day. Now, again, there are certain times overnight. These are going to be, you know, spread. You shouldn't be trading in the after hours unless there's major market moving events, etc. As we teach. However, these are four correlated markets, which means when one goes up, the others kind of go up, right? Rising tide type of scenario. What's the biggest? Right here with the ES. So correlations. So to circumvent this, where, okay, you can't go long and short in ES and then basically win in one account. What you can do is go long short in these correlated markets. You guys understand that? And if it didn't work the first time, okay, let's say that you blow out in quarter one, according to their rule sets, you could come back in and do it again. Do you understand how, again, this is a really long contest, which comes back to my whole no official start and end date thing, okay? But do you understand how a person who is desperate, like ICT, who is claiming that he's going to do a $3 million escrow against me, dude, that is a motivation. That is a motivational number. You are going to go out there and you will do what the Robbins allows you to do, which is why he's going after the Robbins competition. This is called fraud, in my opinion. What are your opinions, folks? Again, the intelligent people, not the ICT people, okay? They're not, you guys, no offense, but you don't count, because you clearly have something wrong with you when I have proven out that the guy is a 100% fraud. Everything he said about where he lives, what he's done, no track records, etc., is a fraudulent lie, okay? And I don't know why you guys continue to go after it. Oh, actually, I do. It's because you guys are reselling and repackaging, because everybody knows nobody wants to spend literally tens of thousands of hours to go through ICT's BS and then him tell you that it takes 1.5 years to even become a baby. All that stuff that he tells you wastes time. So you guys are reselling his stuff to shortcut it and go, oh, well, I've been through the whole thing and I know everything, so I'll sell you signals. That's how ICT made all his money too. He made all his money selling mentorships. And again, don't forget, we've got a class action lawsuit. I'll have a link down in the description down below. If you guys would like to join the class action lawsuit against ICT, anybody who's lost money specifically with ICT, you paid for his mentorship and it went under all the fraudulent stuff that he was telling you on Twitter, that is called fraud. And we will sue him for all of his fraudulent statements and you will get your money back. Come down. Well, I can't guarantee it, but we are taking him to court for that. And we are going to try to get everyone's money back who has paid him in his mentorships. So if you want to join that class action lawsuit, come and hit me up in Discord. I'll give you a couple of forms that you need to fill out and some things that show that you paid for it, and you'll be added in, no problem. Okay, so correlated markets, everybody should understand this. You know what, I'm talking to smart people in the room. You can go up and you can go down in these markets, and you can do a combination of these. So again, and then if it doesn't work the first time, do it again. Small account, because again, you can do the smallest account, and remember, they only show percentages, right? So they don't care. It's not like you have to make big money. It's just percentages, okay? Now, everybody get that? Why the team trading is dangerous. Also, you can trade under multiple people's names. Like, again, my theory, when Michelle Williams, who is an actress in Hollywood, is the daughter of Larry Williams, just happens to win. Again, like, you guys don't find that coincidental, and the fact that you can trade under the names in your family members, like, I'm just saying, okay, I would have liked to see Michelle Williams. Let's see a video of Michelle Williams going out there and pressing the buttons. Or I'd like to ask Michelle, okay, Michelle, so what strategy were you trading? Does anybody have a video, any evidence that Michelle Williams was actually trading? Or was it her dad running multiple accounts, running one in one direction and one in the other? And I'm going to show you guys what Larry Williams did in 1987 to get that 11,000%. And no, in my opinion, it was not legit. And some of it was pure luck, because 1987 was a massive fallout in the markets. We will also address that. We'll come back to it. But again, all this stuff kind of ties together. So what's the problem with only showing the top 5? Well, this kind of goes together with this right here. If you combine these two things, this is very, very dangerous. Okay, because you'd be like, oh, well, Vinny, if he ran 2 accounts, one up and one down, well, we would see that, Vinny. We would be like, see, I see it. Well, that would be cute, and you'd be like, oh, see, it doesn't work because we could see the accounts, until you realize this little rule right here to protect the frauds right here is we're only showing top 5. Let's think about that. What does that mean? So all those accounts that went in red, okay, count 1, X, count 1, 2, X, okay, maybe all 3, it doesn't matter. If one of those accounts out of the 4 in correlated markets pops up, makes a run, you get in there and do it around FOMC. You guys know the volatile times, right? In fact, Tom Dante just tweeted about it the other day. Let me show you what he said. All right, so here's my buddy Tom Dante out here on the old Twitter space for all you ICT cunts who still sit out there in Twitterland and think that anything said on social media on Twitter is legit, okay? Tom says, the best way to trade this FOMC is long in one account, short in another, and tweet the winner after. You see how simple? I love the way he puts it. So simple, worked for everyone else. Again, like, yeah, in your little demo accounts, everything else, let's give that a like and a hug. All right, there we go. Tom, shout out, brother. All right, have a good one. So Tom says trade it in both directions, and there you go. Around, what was he specifically saying? FOMC. What's some other ones? You could do it around earnings season when Apple reports or Google, all the FANG stocks, right? Find the day that the FANGs are hitting, and it's not even the day. You could do the whole week during that, and you know that the market gets so volatile there, especially right now with all the volatility going in. You get these moves, volatility. That's what you need. One runs, one dumps. Again, you only take the winner. You don't show this one, right? This one doesn't get shown. Okay. Okay. So with the top 5, I call it the watermark. So let's talk about the high watermark here. Okay. So if we've got a little can of water here. Okay. So if this is the sum of all of the accounts, okay, all the ones who are, so it's like the Bible when, good Lord turned the Nile River into blood, okay? You got all the red accounts down underneath here, and you're only showing top 5, okay? Do you understand how, if you're working at this all year to make this happen for yourself, that all your little accounts can be, you know, wrecked down here, but, oh, there's one of your little accounts made it up here, or, oh, you know, made it up here, you know, by luck and by chance, not by skill, not by your strategy, but the whole strategy. Again, this is a strategy. So here's the whole thing. What's the strat? The strat is, since it's just beating the Robbins, you notice ICT doesn't say, you know, I can trade better than you in any account, I can do any kind of account, whatever. No, it's I can beat you in the Robbins. Because the Robbins is a fraudable fucking competition. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you stupid ICT children? You all little children, you'll notice every single one of you is under the age of 25 years old. And they've already proven, you know, scientifically that your brains are not even fully developed until you're 25 years old. Find me an ICT trader greater than 25 years old. All right. And finally, I can have a normal conversation with you. But the majority of them are actually even under 20 years old. And a lot of them are running the same scams in South Africa and Nigeria. The same ones that are sending you those emails that talking about the Nigerian princes, you know, whatever. And if you send me $1,000, you know, I've got 100,000 I'll send back to you. I just got to unlock the money. You know, all those email scams, those all come from the most fraudulent countries on earth. And specifically, according to Google, top 2 are on the list are South Africa and Nigeria. And oh, coincidence that ICT, the majority of his students come from those 2 primary locations, the ones that are out there talking all the time. Majority of them are from those 2 locations. I don't find that coincidental at all. Anyhow, okay, fraud, and easy to run scams on people. And again, it is to deceive people. Anybody wants to know the understanding of what fraud is? It is to specifically around finances and financial things. That is what fraud is about. Making money off of people, deceiving them. That is fraud. This is ICT. He loves the Robbins because, again, I believe it is illegitimate. Those are my top 2. These are other ones are gonna be faster. So let's go through. Bad margins. Okay. This is actually a big one when it comes to percentage, okay? So margins. Now this is for the smart people in the room. I'm going to have to slow down the video for the unintelligent ICT kids, but you guys go ask your parents, all right? Actually, your parents don't know it either, but here we go. So one contract on futures. We're talking about specifically futures because ICT is all talking about that now, and I've been a futures trader. That's my whole thing. Emini. Vinny, Emini. Emini is a futures contract. Here we go. So one contract. Do you want to pay $13,000 for the NASDAQ? I won't say pay it, but do you want to have $13,000 in your account to have one contract, or one contract per, which would be normal, for, let's see, this is for the NASDAQ. So let's do equal and equal. Okay. Not trying to exaggerate any numbers. For the NASDAQ, if we're talking about NQ, one of, you know, my top traded instruments because it moves fast. Okay, I love the volatility, love the quickness. That's our style. So in NASDAQ, I would have to pony up $13,000 per contract, or $1,000. Now that doesn't really matter to me. I've got the money. I could go any size account. The problem comes with a Robbins because it's percentage based. Okay, this eats up your percentage because it's not the dollar value that you create with it. It is the percentage. So if you made on a single day, okay, if you made, let's do simple numbers, and red's probably inappropriate to do, but we're going to do it because it looks better. So we're going to do $500 win, not red like loser here, but if I made $500 with a $13,000 account versus a $1,000 account, With this account, what's my percentage? That's 50%, right? Okay, so 50%. Wow, so man, that sounds good. And again, if you didn't know what this number was, let's say that you're agnostic to what this number was, you're like, wow, 50% return. This is what ICT can, oh, I made 50% today. And you know, it's off of a $200 account. And they're like, I made $20. You know, just these really small numbers. I know I'm not doing the numbers right here. I'm just saying it's always little small numbers, right? Like none of these guys are getting big. But let's say again, that's when I'm like, oh, it's my percentage that matters. And I'm like, bro, you're trading a $5 account. Like it's not really, you're not risking anything. Like I made 300% and I made $4 today, right? Like this is the type of stuff that's, you know, silly. But this is why I also think that percentage isn't everything. You need to know, well, what kind of size was, like, do you really believe in your system? Like how much are you willing to put onto your system? Okay. If you're only willing to put $1 on your system, I mean, I mean, you get it. It's like going to the dollar store. Okay. I mean, there's not a lot of value there. Anyhow, I hope you guys are understanding this. I know that my guys are understanding it, but ICT kids, a little bit slow. So, you know, help you out. Come on, ask ask somebody who's smart. You got to find somebody smart around you. You know what? Change your lifestyle. Change the people you're hanging around. Y'all are all hanging around losers. So, you know, try to find some smart people in your life. All right. So 50%, or what is it going to look like over here? I'm going to call this Robbins margins. That same dollar, if I make $500 in, again, because it's one contract, because again, what you can yield with approximately one contract on, I'm not saying in a day, but I'm just saying like a couple of trades, one trade, couple of trades, whatever. You make $500 on 13K. What is that? It's like 3.8. We'll just round it up and say 4% ish. I don't know. Somebody calculate that for me. I'm going orange. Okay. I'm pretty sure about 4%. What? At what point is 4% the same as 50? And again, folks, we are traders. People don't understand that. We're not investors. I don't care about percentage. We care about making money, putting money on the table. This is like buying a lemonade stand. Like a kid, like you don't ask a kid who's running a lemonade stand, well, what percentage have you made, kid? Dude, the kid spent $1 to make that giant jug of lemonade. He sold 50 cups out of that gigantic, forget the gallon thing. He made one of those 5-gallon bucket deals. You know, he sold 50 cups of lemonade at $1 each. He made $50. So, you know, that he makes insane percentage. The percentage is not what's up. In trading, it is a business. We are doing business transactions. We are making money. It's not about doing percentage. It's income. We are trying to get income. These percentages are garbage. It does not really matter. However, if you're going to go like for like, and all of the time, this is what I'm doing. Like literally for the last 12 years of time, well, there was times when I didn't have these great commissions and great margins, but very short window. For the majority of that time in the last 10 plus years, and again, I've been trading for 20 plus with everything from stocks. I've traded it all except for options. I could tell with options that was just a waste of time. Wasn't going to be doing that, but I have experience in everything. Okay. And yet you want me to come over here and trade in like 1980 called? You want me to trade with this garbage margin stuff? And you're like, well, that's what TD Ameritrade does. Well, that's why nobody trades real. I'm talking about like real money in futures. You do not use TD Ameritrade. You do not use Interactive Brokers unless you are absolutely forced to, or you are scared to death of trading like ICT, right? Where he's got to have this kind of cushion. He needs cushion. He claims that he's so precise. Why would he need to? He's telling you guys that, oh, you should be training with this because he's like, oh, I'm just doing it because I'm trying to do it for you. Yeah, he's got an excuse for everything. Y'all understand that with ICT? Constant excuses. But I am just telling you this. If you're talking about me, I'm not interested in going out there and presenting, oh, yep, 4%. When I'm used to going out there and being like, yeah, we had 50%. We did thousands of percent over months of periods. And it's going to look like, oh, it made a few 100%. Again, it makes it look bad. And I talked to Joel Robbins specifically about that. You guys are going to hear it. Like, it's not like, I'm not like ICT. I don't just come over here and bring you a statement and be like, you just have to believe what I say. I'm going to back it up with, you're going to hear Larry Williams himself say this kind of stuff. Now, I know I've gone over a lot of this. It's taken a while, but these are the most important parts right here. And we'll get into the stuff about all of the other, stuff with Larry Williams and some of these other things, but I want to get the technicals of why the Robbins can be defrauded right here. This is the main objection, and doesn't make you look good. These are terrible margins. Does everybody understand this? You get the margins, why this is bad. Do you want to do this? No. In fact, in 2022, no person who has a brain is doing this. Again, even ICT, he's over there. He's got his own sons trading in AMP. Okay. I trade in AMP. What are you talking? Because we want this. Okay. Now ICT is so cheap. He tried to do the $300 one and didn't know that there was a 10 contract limit because he's so inexperienced with live trading because all he ever does is demo. That was hilarious last night watching ICT try to explain away. Oh, they wouldn't let me trade more than 10 contracts. Bro, you literally signed up for the $300. By the way, ICT, real quick, you know, that's $1,000 for NASDAQ. All these brokers will do you $500 for ES everywhere. Okay. When you did that $300 one, yeah, there's some stipulations to it. You pay higher commissions, but they're like, well, this is for the people with tiny accounts like ICT. Okay. This is tiny account stuff. ICT, you know, he literally said he had to stay up all night. He's chasing losers. You'll notice he's not posting that broker statement, right? All he would have to do to clear this all up is to post a broker statement, but he won't do it. But he was literally chasing losses. He probably lost a shitload yesterday, and that's why he was YOLOing it for that one trade where he's trying to really push it to try to make his money back. And he's sad, staying up. Literally, he said he's going to be staying up for 3 days. He said he didn't sleep Thursday night. Friday night, he was doing that live stream till 1:38 a.m. and he said he wasn't going to sleep till Sunday. Bro, that's tomorrow. Like, he's literally saying he's going to stay up. Like, who does that unless you're on crack or something? So ICT's out there saying he never does alcohol, but apparently he does cocaine. Okay, so nobody can stay up for 3 days like that. Like, you're insane, and there's no point in doing it. Why would you do that? You claim you're all rich and everything. You're trying to, you're trying to chase your losses because you can't handle it, bro. You don't know. Anyway, bad commissions. This is just a throw in there. Okay, they're literally double. Would you want to pay double? Like, when would you ever buy a burger or anything else? You're like, well, same burger. I can go across the street right over here. I want a burger. Same burger, exact one. 2 Burger Kings sitting there. I love the Whopper, man. Oof, I am a Whopper connoisseur. I love Whoppers, man. Oof, best burger in the world. Don't argue with me. You can't argue with me. It's the best. If you haven't tried a Whopper lately, go grab one. Classic sesame seed bun. Amazing. Okay, so 2 Burger Kings across the street from each other. On one, you're gonna pay $3. Okay, the other one, $6. Okay, now again, those are small numbers, so it doesn't matter. But if you're multiplying that up and you're going to be doing, you got to buy it for a family or a party. Okay, you got 20 people coming over. Really? You're going to go and literally get the same burger and you're just going to pay extra for no reason? Okay, that's my whole point with the commissions thing. Literally double. It's actually double plus. It's double plus. It's $14 per contract. Commissions. With ROBBINS, and you'll hear Larry Williams. You'll hear Joel Robbins himself, president of the ROBBINS Trading Cup, literally tell me this on the phone. This is what the commissions are. Again, I told him I don't really care about that. But the thing is why would you do this for an entire year? Absolutely not. Not if you're a real legit trader. No, if you wanted to win the ROBBINS because you knew it was going to get you some other thing, like your fame, your fortune. If your whole name was going to be based on this, like Larry Williams. Or ICT, like needing to win this at least one time, even though he's blown his account 4 times in the ROBBINS, which is also a thing. ICT, you've got questions to answer, bro. You still have not done. You claim that you were going to come out here and explain that. You always avoid it. You know why? Because you can't deny it. I've got literally Joel Robbins of the ROBBINS Cup company who has specifically said, bro, you blew your accounts in the ROBBINS, bro. You're done. All right. Let's go last one here, and then I'm gonna break this up because this video is already long enough. We're gonna do a part 2 of this. If you guys want to hear the stuff about Larry Williams with Cheryl Williams, the NFA lawsuit against Larry Williams and against the ROBBINS from the whole 1987 stuff, I'll give you a sneak peek on what that looks like real quick. All right, so some of the stuff that happened in 1987, Larry Williams getting lucky, and he was running 2 different accounts in 2 different directions. He had bonds in one direction. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll refer back when I get to the other video. Okay. And he was long and short. Okay. Same thing. Bonds and ES. Same thing. And we've got this on word again from, y'all are going to hear it, Larry Williams himself, who was around when all this happened. And he actually, with a little nostalgia, talks to me about it on the telephone call. And I know it's hard to believe that this stuff, that I was able to get this information, but that's what we do. I am the market historian. I am the market journalist. I go and I do these investigations Kudos to Veritas, who goes out there and does their investigative reporting. I do my best out here as I can. If anybody wants to join me in this journey to go out there and find the illegitimate stuff that's out there, I am launching scammers.io within I don't know when I'm going to get that thing done. I've been trying to get it going this whole year, but you know how things just don't fall into place. Anyhow, look forward to scammers.io. I already own the domain. Scammers, I can't write here.io. Scammers.io is coming. We're going to make it be the #1 place to go to find out, hey, is your guru a fraud? Save yourself some time. That's it. Boom. We'll post that up there and we'll be like, well, here's the evidence. You decide. And ICT is going to be one of the #1s, just shown up there on scammers.io. People will go there. We will put that out there to Google and all the search engine results so people can actually find that information quickly and easily. And we'll just disseminate the truth, and the truth will always set you free. Stay tuned for part 2. This is going to get hot. I'm telling you right now. Let me give you part of that NFA deal right here. Watch this. We've got Larry Williams and the search for Mount Sinai. In the same year that he made the most amount of money, he was out on literally, there was a full documentary on Larry Williams out doing a hunt for Mount Sinai. Now, you might think, oh, well, how do you know that? Again, Larry Williams also, I'm sorry, God, I keep saying that. Joel Robbins and Larry Williams, separate, was also talking about how, yeah, he was out in Mount Sinai. We've got the broker statements specifically from the whole thing. We've got how these things got mixed together. We've got the NFA and the whole conversation around what happened like 1987 was Larry Williams. What happened afterwards? The whole turn of events that's coming. We're going to talk about the lawsuit that came from the NFA on these guys. We'll be talking about this Britannica article under the unauthorized trading, talking about Larry Williams, the Division of Enforcement. That's going to be coming. We've got a quote over here on Real Traders that was talking about Larry Williams promotions are shameless and the whole $1 million Robbins Trading Championship was a setup and has been detailed on Real Traders. We are going to talk about each and every single one of these. And of course, some of my current favorites where ICT multiple times out there in 2017, you're going to hear Joel Robbins talking about his blowouts. And here's again, like you guys want full evidence, ICT back saying, don't worry, I'm going to do it again in 2018 and I'm going to beat Larry Williams 11,000% returns, all the boisterous claims. You guys wonder why the lowest IQ people in the world follow ICT, because again, they love people who talk big. They love the talkers talking about being on the leaderboard but never got there. I will win next time. I might win. I will win. Same old stuff. I'm going to win the FX division revealed on my MyFX full Monty style. Won't do it. And of course, I'm going to let you hear the voice of Larry Williams, just like this. I tried to switch over and I couldn't get to it fast enough. My apologies.
Okay, you're Mr. Huddleston.
Yeah.
Entered with $5,000. Lost 89%, 89.99%.
Okay.
Took home $500.
Okay. So, but is he Storm LLC? Because I mean, maybe he lost that year, but in Storm LLC, is he Storm LLC?
No. I talked to Chelsea. She said she knew the name, and she's not talked to him since 2017.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, he's not. I guess he's not worth 760 million. And he did not. But you can confirm he did. I know. I was laughing too, but he did not win the. I mean, I actually would have given him respect if he won the Robbins. Hey, that's awesome. But he is not Storm LLC. You can confirm, and he did not win the Robbins as. I mean, definitively, he did not win the Robbins.
He did not.
Okay.
Now I don't have his paperwork, but we list everybody by their name.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I did see an outlier there in 2015, which I don't understand, but.
And that's what I think. All right, there is more of that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, share this around with the people who keep talking about this Robbins thing and ICT wanting to go against me. Again, there are many reasons. One that I really didn't touch on, the final thing there on that, is why would I waste my time trading 1 and 2 contract stuff for an entire year? And the only reason I even originally said I would do it with ICT was when he said he was going to escrow the $3 million. You guys go tell ICT, escrow that $3 million, and I will absolutely go in there. I will absolutely win the Robbins just like he was going to. I will make sure that even with 1, 2 contracts, whatever BS they want to do, for $3 million, if he's going to put $3 million on the line, obviously I will go and do it. Otherwise, I mean, why am I going to waste an entire year not making money while I have to sit there and deal with this ICT fraudster and con artist living in a dump in Maryland while his 2 kids live in trailer parks? And somebody go answer me that one. How is it that ICT claims that he's taking care of everybody? Oh, he's taking, and he lives in a dump and his kids literally live in trailer parks? I don't hear an answer to that yet. All right, I'm out.